here's some imagery of people who say, I have absolutely no creativity in my bones whatsoever, and then they end up producing sculptures like that and go, wow, look what I made. So with the plasticine and the stuff, I mean, we just leave it around and let people play with it, and then if there are some amazing creations, then we photograph them and then put them up on the screens and so forth. If we can we'll get outside, because sitting around on your bum in a room, especially a corporate room, is no good for creative thinking. You've got to get it outside. So wherever and whenever possible, get your clients to unusual spaces, take them to the top of the building, get them to the zoo, get them to walk down the high street with you, anything but. The last thing you should be doing is sitting in a corporate space, if you can possibly help it. And use external practitioners. Do you know any musicians? Do you know any artists? Do you know any writers, poets, painters? Because those kind of people, there's loads of them working in children's education, isn't there? So you can use all those sort of people and get them involved. This is actually a leadership team in Blue Arrow, and they're looking at where are we now and where do we want to go, but we got them to build it. So they actually built this rainbow out of lollipop sticks, and it was all black at one end, and then it started to change colour, and then it went all, it's great. And it wasn't actually how the final thing looked. It wasn't anything about that. It was about the fact that they were standing up rather than sitting down, and they were talking to each other, and they were using unusual materials, and they had to communicate in different ways. So that works. We have this lady here, sculptor, who works with us to help people sculpt each other's heads, which is absolutely fantastic, and the results are wonderful. I'll show you a bit later. And we've done our work from one-to-ones to thousands. So we did a piece of work with Empower, which was bringing all this stuff to life in an auditorium. In where was this one? It was Manchester.
Birmingham, Manchester.
Yeah. And we laid out the floor in different colours for different parts of their values and their culture, and we brought them to life with activities. And we gave everybody a map like they were going to Alton Towers. And so, for example, in this one, challenge, and we brought in people with snakes, and we brought in crazy food, and we had brought in all sorts of games and board breaking, and this one here we had this bouncy ball, by the way, broke the ceiling. We got in terrible trouble, but because it can really bounce it. But as I pass you the ball, I'm going to tell you something I love about working in the way I do, and you pass the ball, and it makes people feel great if they're talking about, I love working here because, instead of moaning all the time. So we did anyway, I could go through these for ages. This one here was, we created these steps, and people could stand at the top of the steps with their team and have the photograph taken, and then the photographs were sent around the company, and everybody was like, a winner. So even if you've never won anything in your life, this was your chance. Yeah.
About a praise plant as well.
Oh yeah, there is a picture of it. This rather weedy looking plant. It was the praise plant, and it talked to people. So as people walked past, it said, "Oh, you look fantastic today," or "Wow, I love that outfit," or "That's a lovely colour of blue on you." It's just, it was funny, and it just made people feel good. So as they were walking in, it was like all, just different things happening.
We didn't really get it.
We had a person behind, there was a hole in the wall and they could see the people. There was a microphone attached to the plant, and the plant spoke to people. People were like touching its leaves, and it was going, ooh. And it was like, water, I need some water. People were running around going, oh, plant needs some water. It's really fun. This is a guy called Steve, and he's a hypnotist. So we did hypnotism with people. You imagine, we got all this signed off through health and safety. Quite fun. So anyway. So it's as far as your imagination can take you. This is a senior leadership team in Arup. This guy is the global head of water engineering for Arup. Oh, infrastructure, yeah. And they had to sculpt each other. That, oh, where's that gone? Sorry. Sometimes PowerPoint just dies. So the fill I would do here is, has anybody got any questions on it?
Have you run out of power?
No, it just fell over for some reason. I got it. This is why you've got to be really familiar with your tech as well, because you don't want to go, oh, flap, flap. You just want to fix it and move on.
Okay, who's the boss?
It's the guy in the middle. His arms around them.
Yeah.
Protective.
Yeah,
My boys.
yeah. And who minds that and who doesn't?
Oh,
White one does.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. He's like, they can feel it almost, kind of. Anyway, I think they did a really good job, don't you? And they'd never, and we actually took these and put them in a kiln, and they put in their corporate newsletter, 3 board directors fired. So that was quite good. So think about who you're going to bring. You know, is it an artist or is it somebody else? And then also this stuff about linguistics. So there's a language of necessity and there's a language of possibility, right? So if I said to you right now, I might lose a bit of weight this year, what do you think? Chances? Yeah. So, you know, you need to say to people, you're going to do this, you know. You want to do it. You have to do it. And that they kind of make all the semantic differences. So, of course, that's kind of some of my favourite stuff, is being observed and being silly. And I've studied NLP to the point where I can put people into a semi-hypnotic trance and do visualization techniques with people and take them on a guided visualization. And I'm really comfortable with that now. But when I first started doing it in front of audiences, I was terrified because I thought nobody will do it. I'll get it wrong. I'll feel stupid. You know, everybody will be looking at me going, stupid. But actually, the first time we did it was at the Institute of Public...
IOD.
The Institute of Directors. And it was all these senior people. And I said, right, I'm going to just do it, you know. And I looked out and they were all like gone. They were all like... I thought they're going to be dribbling next, you know. And I had said to them, now in this land where you're relaxing and everything's wonderful and you're super successful, you will suddenly see from the far right-hand corner a small thing with wings, and as it comes in front of you, you'll notice it's a cow, you know, and it has beautiful wings, and the wings are purple and pink and orange, and the cow then flies past, and as it flies past, it goes, I just thought, well, I was in the zone, and I thought, right, why not? And I embedded this thing, and all these people were like, who saw the cow? I was like, gosh, and you think you're not creative. No.